So another track from scratch video. Today we have the loud split device and we will explore it a bit and see what we can come up with. Also today we'll have a limit of 30 minutes. So I'm going to start the clock and I thought I can start with a snare that has some variation, of course, in loudness, in velocity, and see what we can get out of a simple snare and then continue from there. So I'm going to sequence the snare with stepwise, maybe also activate here the pitch tracking, right? And let's have, for example, here, this is more or less improvised, so bear with me, but one with 5 and one with, let's say, 7 and 5, right? Right? Maybe even pitched here to different notes. Right, maybe also I can add here maybe an accent. Right, so we have already some variation in loudness. Maybe also with the decay we can add here, let's say, a steps module. You know what I did? I saved not a preset, but I saved my main template here with a few modulators already that I'm using, because if I add here, for example, the steps modulator, you see it's not really set to the way I like it. So what I can do, I can just take this one here, which is set to 16 steps and so on and so forth, and maybe just duplicate it here, and then I just have it here, right? So now I can, let's say, randomize this and control maybe the decay. Right, which will give us maybe another aspect of volume, basically, because the loud split will split the signal into 3 different loudness bands, if you will, right, that we can process. Right, maybe also I will duplicate this and randomize it, and maybe here go with 10 steps, let's say, and modulate the snappiness. Right, I just want to create enough variation that I have enough to work with when I'm processing the different loudness bands. Right, let's leave it like this. And now, for example, if I solo just a very soft hits, right, I can also set this. Right, if I hold Alt, I can also change here the crossfade. Right, so these are just the very soft hits here that now I can process individually. So I have here the quiet, right, effects place that I can put devices on. Right, so for example, what I can do, let's use sweep for a second. Right, and maybe in this case, let's use, you know what, let's use a comp filter. Right, and we can actually tune this. Right, let's go with the... now, if I go and if I now this I learned in the last video, if I delete everything, I can just enter a note. You have to delete also the hertz. So for example, let's go with G3. Right, something like this. Then maybe, right, these are just the softest of notes. This is just this. And I turn them into something totally different, which I really like this concept. Right, and maybe here, you know what, let's leave it without, or maybe here just a bit of stereo, right, maybe with 5 bars. Or maybe 3 bars. Right, so now, this is our snare. Right, which is pretty cool. This is already something else. Now if I solo, for example, or let's go just with the loudest. Right, there's hardly any noise there. Let's solo this band for a second. Here is where all the noise, and here there is hardly any noise. So now I can process this differently. For example, if we go, wow, let's go with the pitch shifter. Right, maybe create something nice, a nice blur. Right, something like this, and then maybe pitch it back down. I don't know, let's see, because this will create a nice sort of a delay. But I liked it pitched up, so I'm going to pitch it again up actually. Oh, you know what? You know what we can do? After this I can add delay plus. Maybe mix all the way up. No need so much for the lows, but then in the feedback loop I can add, where is it? The pitch shifter to go up. Right, so we get a sort of a shimmer, right? So this, again, this is before, just a snare, and this is after, which is quite cool. Maybe it's a bit too much. Yeah, maybe without the blur here. Oh yeah. Right, and now we have the mid. Right, it also we can process individually. So let's go here with the frequency shifter maybe, or maybe, oh, maybe with the bit 8. Oh, turn this snare into an electric guitar. Oh, wow. Right? Before and after. And maybe also here with some delay just to have some space. Right? And this was our snare. Which is quite crazy. Maybe I can add even another G here. Maybe with 8 steps. Just to be. Oh yeah. Right. Quite interesting, quite interesting. Let's add, I want to add some movement here. Let's see, with a kick and ducking. Let's go, first of all, let me stop this for a second. Let's go with 138, 131, let's say. Oh yeah. Let's see. Maybe something like this. Right, and again I have here already this ducking, because I saved the template with it, because I use it all the time. Maybe next time I will also save it with the settings that I like. But I will go with the kick, right? So this is now taking the kick, and I can oh, I'm sidechaining the kick itself. Sorry, this is not the right device. Right, something like this. Right, maybe it has to be anyway a bit down to let the kick through. Something like this. I don't know, let's add for the kick, let's add also some delay here, because I like delays on the kick. With some ducking. Right, and maybe for the snare, right after everything, I can add here some compression. Where is the compression? Right, maybe a longer attack, a shorter release, more ratio, and take the threshold down slowly. right, and make it again. Right, something like this, and I will use the filter plus, right, and maybe also sidechain the filter a bit. It needs a bit more. Right, and then here maybe I can have like 8 bars. Just to have movement, a bit more movement. It's not in your face all the time. Right, something like this. Let's quickly add another a hi-hat here, just for drive purposes, and then we will use the loud split again and something else. I like the V1 because it has decay and attack. Right, so I can have this as a sort of a shaker even. Right, with some delay. Something like this again, just for drive. Now let's use a bass. Let's try to create a nice bass with the polymer, and again also this we will process then with the loud split, which would be also quite fun. So let's see, what can we do with the bass? We will use again stepwise, or maybe you know what we can do, we can just go, let's have what is this, 8, 9, 10 steps. Let's go C1, okay. Right, C1, maybe already I will go with the wavetable, just because I really like the unison here. Right, and now in the note effects I will add the note repeats. And I don't know if I will go with the Euclidean we said, right? So let's go with 10 steps. Let me just solo this for a second so we don't get tired of the other parts. And let's have, let's say 7. Right, out of 10, and also here we'll have velocity, right? Right, a bit of filter modulation. And maybe, you know, maybe before the loud split, let's see if the loud split, I didn't notice if it had, yeah, it has also pre-effect. So before this loud split, let's have also a delay. Let's have delay 2, no, let's have delay plus stereo on the highs. Right, maybe something like this, maybe some noise. Something simple. Right, but now again, let's go with the loudest first. Right, so this is just the loudest. I can also change the rise and fall. So how quickly, right, how quickly it is, no, how quickly it will detect things. Right, and also offset everything. Right, but this is now the loudest, so let's process the loudest with maybe a nice convolution with a nice amp, thingy. Let's go with it here. Let's see here, rooms, drum machines. Are there no amps here? What is synthetic? Studio specials. No, so let's not go with convolution. Let's just go with amp directly. Is this the loud? Yeah. Amp, stereo. Maybe, yeah, maybe let's take the lows a bit out. Wave folding maybe. Right, something like this. And maybe here the loudest can be also with some blur. Oh yeah, this is very robotic and metallic. What happened here? Did I put it? Huh? The bass disappeared. Did I put something somewhere? Because the bass was the loudest and I removed it with the... Okay, but we can bring the bass back with the sub-oscillator later. But let's go here now with the mids. Let's make the mids maybe with movement with the ladder filter. Right, something like this. Maybe an envelope follower. Make this a bit louder. Right, and then process it. Let's see something that's not in my favorites. Let's see. Oh, maybe with a flanger. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. This I liked. Oh, very metallic. I like it. And then... Oh. There's nothing here. Oh, you know what? If there is nothing here, let's go and make this really loud so we can have those artifacts. Shall I use tool for this? Let's start with tool and bring this up. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Frequency shifter with a delay here. And a bit more of distortion, maybe with the filter plus. Right. And maybe a bandpass filter. Oh, wow. Before, nice. After, interesting. Right, and in the post effects we can also put some stuff here. So for example, another sweep maybe. Right, maybe 2 bars. A bit more distortion. And another filter here. Oh, wow. Right, and then after this I'm going to put another filter, maybe just a normal filter. Right, maybe here, something like this. Right, just so I have control over this. And then I can add here the multi-band effects, and on the highs I'm going to put a delay and reverb, super massive. Right, so the more I open the filter, the more it will go to the delay. And then again in the project I have here already a few macro control sets, so I can map, just a second, I can map the filter here. And this will be bass filter, right? Something like this we don't need. And then what I will do, oh, we have 10 more minutes. I will group this. But the note effects have to go before now here, before the group. And then I will just add my lovely sub oscillator. Oh yeah, sub oscillator preset, so to speak. It's just a sine wave going through an AR envelope. It's a bit too loud, everything. Right, I don't know. For me, I have to make the level up a bit. Oh yeah. This is bass. And also the bass I'm going to sidechain a bit. And you know what, I will sidechain with the, what is this, the EQ plus. More or less just the low frequencies. Right? Yeah. The delay here has to be a bit more. Right, so with the loud split again, we took a bass, an innocent bass, and turned it into something a bit more interesting. Very cool. What else can we add? Let's add an ARP. Right, let's add an ARP with another polymer. Let's make this. Let's go with the note effects, arpeggiator, and then here, let's select some notes. C, and then maybe B flat, D, and G, and maybe another one. I like to have 5. Yes, because then it's like having 5 steps, and I like having 5 steps. No need to re-trigger. Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and let's go up. Yes. And instead of having 16 steps, we can just have 5 steps. Like this. 5/16 steps. And here we can have 16 steps, and maybe the first one can be an octave up. Right, and then add again velocity. And you know what? Instead of using the velocity of the ARP, I'm going to use the random velocity. And this I don't like it, so maybe an octave down. Right, and you can see we have random velocity, maybe also random panning, why not? And let's go here with phase 1. This is a bit too loud. I'm going to solo this for a second, just again, so we're not tired from the other voices. We have 6 minutes, oh my god. I'm going to add here a bit of modulation. I'm just going to take this one here. What? Yeah. Ah, it's just moving it. It's not copying it. Ah, okay. So it's not the best what I thought that will work, but never mind. And this is actually not what I wanted. I wanted the random. Ah, so if I just grab it without holding control. Ah, okay. Control click, remove from select. Ah, okay. Never mind. And yeah. Right, something like this. Unipolar. Right, we are going to change the sound anyway with the... where is it? The loud split. Let's see. Oh, this I like. Okay, let's start with the quiet. Let's make it very blurred. Very blurred, and maybe also pitch shifted up and down, or just down, you know what? and a bit distorted, so I'm just going to use the effects grid with a shaper here. Let's go with Hit. Right? Center. The center we will make with lots of reverb. More density, less feedback maybe. More modulation, less lows. Maybe a different algorithm here. Mix all the way up. And then filter plus, more distortion or saturation and movement. Right? And then the highs, let's go again with some delay. Oh yeah. And then maybe, I like the pitch shifter, I don't know, I really like it, but I will not use it again. Let's go, let's see what else we have here that is not in the favorites. Oh, maybe a phaser. Right, stereo. This is nice. Right, and then reverb on everything. And reverb, just have to take the level down. Right, again, without. And now with. Very interesting. Wow. Got this up. Right. Very cool. I think we have 2 more minutes. I don't know, shall I try to add like a nice, maybe with a polysynth? I don't know, I'm just playing it with my keyboard, trying to figure out a nice line here. Let's try the song this. Okay. Maybe like this. Let's see. Something like this. 1 minute. Let's see what can happen here in 1 minute. AM, noise, close the filter. Maybe filter modulation will help us with loudness, so just a random one. Something like this. Just take this a bit. Where is it? Just a bit down. Right, something like this. Let's add here maybe the filter plus before, even for more. That's really loud. Even for more variation. Right, and then here the loud split. 20 seconds. I don't think I can do anything with 20 seconds. Let's see. Delay plus. And then for this one here, let's have the sweep. Maybe again with a nice No, not with the vowels. 3, 2, 1. And I'm done. Plus reverb. Sorry. That's it. The loud split. That's a fun one. Definitely go back to it. I really like the harmonic split, loud split, frequency split. I like them. It's really interesting for sound design. Anyway, that was it for today. Thank you for watching. Cheers.